Hi, this is Lee. If you have watched at least a few of my videos, you know that I truly enjoy working in the studio or creating studio environments in my surroundings. So, most of my work is a combination of working in my fixed studio space and in environments where I must quickly set up lighting to create a scene. The studio itself is pretty easy. I don't have to worry about how much things weigh or how big they are or how difficult they are to transport. I can easily even move this boom around, and I can change backdrops on the large stand that I have behind me. I can work with different types of lighting. I can even move props around like a desk or even a table. So for the studio, I'm looking for solid equipment that can withstand many scene changes and, in general, a lot of action. When I'm on the go, the priorities change a bit. The first thing I need when I'm traveling with my equipment is portability. And here are some examples of some decisions that I make when I'm traveling with my gear. Or at least some decisions that I might make, because every time is different. First, I love to use roll paper in the studio, but this roll of paper that I'm on now is over 100 inches long and it's very heavy. So when I'm on the road, my first choice is cloth backdrops, which are lightweight and they can be rolled up or folded when I'm traveling to my destination. Next, let's talk about traveling with lighting. I could use speed lights, but if I want something more, I really like the Linco equipment that I have here. The light stands are sturdy enough for the studio, but they also transport neatly in a bag like this. I can fit 3 of them in this bag. And if you know me, I like things that have their own little sleeping bags because it not only keeps the gear safe when I'm traveling with it, but it also keeps it well organized while I'm traveling. And that for me is a big deal because I like to be able to move quickly when I get to a destination. Now, let's talk about these Flora heads and soft boxes. These soft boxes are marvelous. They are super easy to set up and tear down. The front part just comes right off, and the soft box itself actually just collapses just like an umbrella, kind of backwards though. And the whole soft box fits into this, but it takes just like 2 seconds to set up. Also, the Flora light heads, which you can see the back of, back here, they have a lot of light bulbs that connect to them. At least mine do because they're fluorescent. Well, at least mine are large because they're fluorescent, as you can see them in here. Now, the light heads go into this super sturdy bag. There's 3 of them fit in here. I actually have one in here right now. Voila. And I can fit 3 of them in here, like I said, which corresponds neatly with the 3 light stands that go in the other bag. And the soft boxes can fit in here too, lengthwise. But the bulbs, like I was talking about, they're big and they're glass, and like, how do I transport that? So Linco actually has a great carrying bag. It's like a light bulb condo. You open it up and there's room for 6 light bulbs, which is 6 light bulbs per Flora head. So I really like that. So I really like that I can have kind of this large, setup, but it packs all into, nicely into some bags. Even that boom that I showed you earlier, it's just like this. It's just, a little bit of a different setup. It packs neatly into these bags.
So for example, right now, Sandra and I, this is my model Sandra for the day, we are in a bedroom and we've got a balcony behind us. I've got the drapes closed right now, but we're gonna open them up for the actual shooting portion of our day. And it's gonna be super bright out there because it's the middle of the day. And this is kind of a challenging situation because not only are we on location, so I've had to bring my stuff here, but also we're in a fairly confined space and we've got super bright light outside, so big, backlit subject. And I need some lighting on her because it's fairly dark inside here. So here's what I've brought with me today. I have a speed light on a stick. Actually, I have two, just in case I need both of them. For me, I've got an SB800 on a light stand. Like I said, I actually have two of them. I think I'm only gonna need one though. I needed something that was portable. This is obviously way portable. And I needed something that would be powerful enough to light my subject because, you know, the background is gonna be totally bright. These are also nice because I can lower the power if I don't need, you know, a ton of light on her. So let's see how it goes. Okay, let's get this open. I want to have the drapes open and I want to have the door open. And you will be able to be either kind of just in front, or even you can come into the doorway. I'm thinking that this is kind of, you know, your inspiration is kind of resort, you know, vacation, because you have such a nice like resorty, you know, type outfit on. Yeah, very nice. I like how you're pulling at your dress a little bit to give it some shade. Okay, so we are done shooting and we got a bunch of really good shots, as you saw. And if I had not chosen to use any additional lighting, I wanted to show you what we would have ended up with. We actually did a couple of these shots on purpose, but you would get a silhouette shot like this. But we were mostly going for actually showing off Sandra's beautiful face, so I did use lighting. I ended up using both SB800s, and here's one, it was over here, and here's the other one, it was over here. I had one kind of up high and one kind of down low, and obviously they're super light and portable, and I can carry them all around wherever I need to, so it was the perfect solution for today's shoot.
One more thing. We've talked about all the heavy equipment, but we haven't talked about all the little things, the things that are the better safe than sorry things. There are a million things that can go wrong when you're out in the field, and they will. They will happen. So let's talk about some of the more common problems, or some of the most common solutions that you can have with you when you have some problems. First, I always carry a few extension cords. Ones with multiple heads, like they have like 3 heads, and I also always use at least one 100-foot extension cord. It seems like the best locations to set up on your scene are the ones that don't have power outlets near them. So I always carry at least one really long one, and all of them I always make sure that they have multiple heads so that I can put multiple lights or whatever into them. Don't forget the spare camera batteries and the spare memory cards and business cards and extra speed lights if you can. Oh, and if you're working with a bride or even a model, it can't hurt to bring along a few bobby pins, some Kleenex, definitely some safety pins. In general, when it comes to accessories like batteries and memory cards, I like to bring twice as many as I think I will need. Oh, and don't forget the duct tape and a good knife, because you know what? You'll never know what you run into, and duct tape and a good knife, they'll help you out. Portability used to mean compromise in quality. These days, I'm finding that equipment like the Linco setup that I have is quite capable in the studio, but can also readily be packed up and taken on the road. As always, let me know if you have any questions.